I'm Aaron Canada alongside John Schiffner on the Manager's Show on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. And Schiff, it's a little rainy out there, so we decided to do this from the snack shack just to get out of the rain. But
I like your style, Aaron. This is good. I like this. Pass me a dog.
Well, first off, we got to talk.
Davis has got 6 of them right here, right now. I'm worried.
He's buying for the whole bullpen.
I don't know. I hope so.
Well, first off, we got to talk about the monumental victory last night, the 400th victory of your Cape League career, the most or the winningest coach in the history of the Cape League. Has that settled in? Has that? I mean, obviously you broke the record.
I've known that. The 400 wins obviously is pretty special. It's just obviously a number, but yeah, it's kind of cool, and but more importantly, we got off of a 3-game losing streak. That really meant more to me than anything else. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's been always about the kids, and if you spend enough time someplace, you're going to win a few games. So I've been lucky to win 400. So let's get to the playoffs. That's my. We're letting the ball play us instead of attacking the ball. And I think it's also errors like hitting and anything else can be contagious. And I think we overthink sometimes. We're a little nervous about fielding a ground ball, and now all of a sudden we got the jitters and we got the yips, and we make a bad play. So, we're not going to sit and dwell on it, but we do need to shore up the defense. But, we win a game. We're up 9-3. We're in good shape. We're swinging the bats. Pitching was pretty good. It was a good win regardless of the score.
2 home runs in a big inning between Joe Sever and Dane Phillips. So obviously the bats are there, the swings are there, the power is there. It's just little things.
Yeah, exactly. And that's you can make excuses, and I have to a certain extent protected the players a little bit. But at some point they've got to take the onus and say, hey, I got to make a better play. But let's face it, these fields are a little rough. I mean, it's New England baseball. The fields aren't manicured like you expect. Not expect. This is the best they can do, and it's the best that the crews can do. But these kids are accustomed to professional groundskeepers on absolutely manicured fields, and these places here on the Cape, just that's part of the ambiance. You got to deal with that, and you got to deal with mounds that are maybe too high, too low, whatever. So that's part of the charm, and we just have to cut down on them to just be more successful.
Now, at YD, we got started at 5 o'clock because there are no lights there. And after the 8th inning, there was a bit of a conversation. Can you take me through that? Well,
it certainly sounded to me like we were going to – that was it. The umpire gave me every indication that was going to be it. And I was very surprised that they made us go out for the 9th inning because, you have to think as an umpire, if I start the top half, I've got to give the bottom half to the other team, and it got ugly. I mean, it was really dark at that point, and I think they I don't know if they overthought or did Pick say something. I mean, I don't know. I was obviously being the coach ahead. I was fine with that, 8th inning, but, at some point it's safety factors. It's, let's not get ridiculous, and that last out was ridiculous. I mean, it was really dark at that point.
Yeah, I was about to ask, at what point does it get too dark for you, and how close were we to being just way too dark?
Oh, I thought we were way too dark before the inning started. I thought that's enough. But, somebody's going to say, well, you're ahead 10-9. And I said, well, you're right. But I'm thinking about there's 9 guys in the field. There's a batter up there. That's, you can't just be – you got to be really cautious because you're talking about, milliseconds of the difference between getting hit by a pitch and getting out of the way. And, I was concerned, especially with Zach Jones throwing bullets. I guarantee you there's some guys from the Army then is going, thank God the game didn't go any further because they didn't want to face him in that kind of light. Lack of light.
Luckily, yesterday was the summer solstice, so the most daylight of any day of the year.
That was, if they're going to let one go the longest, that was it, since it was the longest day of the year. But, in my humble opinion, I thought we went, an inning too long. But, hey, nobody got hurt, and we got to win, so that's, it's being greedy, but we'll take it.
Still quite a few players tied up in the CWS. We're still waiting on them. In your estimation, after a team is knocked out, how long do you normally think it would take for a player to report?
Well, we've asked them to report 5 days after they return to school. But that can stretch into 6 or 7 days for various reasons. And, there's a certain understanding on our part, but there's, they also have to understand that they're holding us up with roster spots. And it is an inconvenience. You don't like to go through it. And we're really thrilled that they're getting the opportunity to be in the College World Series. But, let's go. It's time to get here, too. You've made a commitment to us. So that's what we sent all of the team, all of the players before the season even started was that, when your season ends, give us 5, we got 5 days after you end. So it gives you an opportunity to get back to school, clean up business at school, go home for a few days, and then head out to the Cape.
He's John Schiffner. I'm Aaron Canada from the Snack Shack. It's the Manager Show on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.